Hello everyone, Atou here.
And Tsuyoi.
And we're back. A Gundam tale. So Tsuyoi went back to Earth, bought a few lockpicks, and brought him back to the moon. So then, let's commit thievery on the moon.
Yay, it doesn't belong to anybody. It's mine now. Recovery System 3. So you want to have Recovery System 2? I can't really do that right now anyway.
You can't equip it, but you could check it to see what it does, technically.
I guess.
And
Rear guard HP recovery increased by 20% in battle. Neat. That's a large amount.
yes. So, could be quite handy for whoever, hangs out in the rear. Don't see how it would help anyone in your party currently, however, since that's not something you rely on too much.
So where am I going now?
Back to the 4th floor.
Ah, yes. 4th floor.
Right. To continue on past that room where you fell for Mahdi's second trap.
Ah, yes, that good old trap. Alright. So.
Yep.
I read something quite awesome recently.
Ah, yes. The thing you've been wanting to bring up.
Yes. So, I don't know. I've been looking at various animes and mangas on the Wikipedia recently.
On the Wikipedia?
On Wikipedia.
Oh.
Straight Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing anything around these, walls here.
Oh, you can just, head on, through the southeast door.
Okay. Basically, I started looking at various people who made manga and anime. Mm-hmm. And there was this one guy that stuck out to me called, I don't want to get his name wrong. I gotta get it 100% right. Shotaro Ishinomori. Dude's to me, this dude's a legend. He is awesome. I will not forget him, except that I, can't say his name right unless I check it. But yeah, dude is legendary. Huge influence on you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And Japan. So, dude literally invented Cyborg 009. Which was apparently, according to Wikipedia, the first, superhero team in Japan. In a manga, at least. If not in anything. He also created Kamen Rider.
Really?
Yes. Which was the first henching thing. Basically, he created transforming superheroes as a thing. People say, I was gonna say, transforming superheroes would not be a thing without him. But, you never really honestly know how life would go down if someone didn't do something. You gotta think, well, what? Would they be the only person to ever come up with the idea ever? No one knows for sure. But he's the one that did it.
Oh, that does make that one thing make more sense. As an aside, one thing that I saw that I found rather interesting was that, so in the Kamen Rider series, there's this organization known as Mysterious Organization X.
Yes.
Which a bunch of the main bad guys get their funding from.
Right.
We even kind of saw it in the Kamen Rider Forze movie.
Oh yeah.
Where the main bad guy was going up there to deliver copies of his evil, the Zodiac switches, only to get them stolen. But it was not his problem. He delivered the switches. It was up to the group who he was delivering them to make sure they got to their destination. But yeah, that was a Mysterious Organization X. And one thing that I found rather interesting is that in Cyborg 009, you remember Black Skull?
Yeah.
He worked for a group known as Mysterious Organization X. They never said mysterious.
Really?
Yes.
But didn't they were all white in Kamen Rider?
That could have just been one of the branches.
Yeah, possible. Maybe he just really liked the name.
And also, this is kind of funny now that I think about it. The thing about Cyborg 009 was that Organization X grabbed people off the street and turned them into robots.
Cyborgs!
And
Kamen Rider 1!
yeah, Kamen Rider 1 was that he was grabbed off the streets.
Was it by Mysterious Organization X? It was by bad guys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember the evil group. It's just that that's his story, too.
Are they in the same world?
It's very possible.
Super possible. Who the hell? I mean, wow. Oh, hey, you're a big boy. Hey, big boy, you won't come at me? You think you can take me? You can't. Gotcha. Okay, let's just be ready for this. But yeah, he made Kamen Rider. He also made Skullman, which is an anime I love. Though it was apparently when he first made it, it was an extremely dark and brutal manga.
Like Casshern Dark and Brutal, or
it was
more
less,
so?
From what I hear, it was less brutal than he wanted it to be. Like, stuff happened and he wasn't able to make it as brutal as he wanted.
Now, you know, when it comes to dark and brutal, the tiers that I judge by is Berserk and Casshern and, you know, stuff of that nature. Possibly, Uzumaki. You know, like, just how dark and brutal are we talking here?
I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I just remember, like, something happened to where it got, later on in his life, when he was, like, getting near the end of his life, he faxed this guy to help him out with stuff, and said, hey, I want to do, like, a revival of Skullman. Can you do this for me? And the guy's like, yes, dude, I will so help you with this. And he did the illustrations. Like, he basically faxed him all the scripts and stuff, like, make it like this. You just gotta draw it. I'm the guy who makes it, so I'm the guy who, you know, has the ideas. And he basically just did what the guy said. He just did what Ishinomori said.
Okay. You know, got himself an illustrator.
Yeah, basically. The anime was also made later. It was like, I forget which one it was based off of. Though I know that before the anime came out that I saw, there was apparently like some sort of special created to promote it. And in the special, they basically insinuate or outright state that the Skullman from there is Skullman from Cyborg 009, and this is a prequel.
Really?
Yeah. The bad guy
Skullman
from Cyborg 009
is Black Skull.
Yeah. According to that one special promoting the anime. In the anime, he so fucking is not, as far as I can tell. Like, I saw no connection there. And I love Skullman. I love its theme, even though it's actually incredibly repetitive, but I love it. It was a cool anime. So yeah, I was reading about him, and that was awesome. I was reading about this other guy. Let me just really quickly pull up his name.
Like someone just as big, or...
Yeah, essentially. Because I was looking at this terrible anime that I wanted to do a Let's Watch with you on. And... Okay, I got it. Wait, none of you died? What happened? How bad did I fuck up? Do I have a shoot-all? Let me just quickly pull this up. Go Nagai. That's apparently what he's known as.
Sounds familiar.
He probably is. He made Mazinger and Devilman.
That's why it sounds familiar.
Among many other things. Because basically I was looking at this terrible anime and it was like, oh, I looked at the studio that made this terrible anime and they made like a lot of other anime. None of them as notable as this one. That only is known for being so terrible. In fact, most of their productions are known for being quite cheap. But, the thing about it is that, like, this studio is, they've had Go Nagai worked with them. Among, it said, like, they had many very talented people working with them at one point. Like, one point or another, someone, you know, talent was just coming and going. Many notable names. They probably weren't as notable back then. They were probably just getting their start. And Go Nagai was one of them. I cannot believe that you didn't die from that. You guys are a little tougher than I thought. Let's see. Let's just do this. Do that. Okay. So, like, he did, I was also reading about him, though. Apparently he was one of the first people to start doing pervy things in manga. Even, like, slightly. Like, they were saying, like, in today's thing, today it would seem innocuous and innocent. Like, back then, it was, something. It was something else. Like, just, you know, like, all the male characters in this one manga were obsessed with, like, looking at, panties and stuff of the girls. Like, back then, it wasn't done as much. He was one of the first people to do it. And, like, to the point that, like, PTAs and stuff were, like, and parent groups were all pissed off at him. Like, heavily. 9 or 10?
10.
It was like I think it was called,
Doraemon?
No, something Gakuen. Like, Harenshi Gakuen. Which is a high school manga. It's like all the male teachers and students were obsessed with, like, trying to see panty shots of the girls and stuff like that. It said anytime he did nudity, though, it was always done with a cutesy style, not a sexy style. But, people were up in arms about it. Readers loved it. Readers loved it, even, like, younger. It was, like, because it was, like, for kids, and it was, like, exposing that stuff to kids, parents were all up in arms.
Just sounds like Doraemon to me.
Yeah, yeah, it does, but I guess it was before Doraemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you coming out here. So, he did that, and at some point, apparently, when the anime was running, and it got very popular, though, as a manga. So it got, like, live action stuff. It got animes. It got lots of stuff. And, ooh, you're pretty. Oh, hey, it's Customs Zaku's. Scan them now! You punch this guy. You won't be able to kill him before anything happens. There's no way in hell.
Yeah, I figured just focus on the one that's not being punched. I mean, it's not being scanned.
I was.
Oh, no, you punched the one in the middle.
Yeah, it's not the one being scanned.
Yeah, it suggested punch the one on the other side.
Ah. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because he did a counter zone. And also he's got a barrier going on, apparently. That's his thing.
He's a barrier claw.
So I'm gonna have to shoot him to death.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just punch the shit out of you. Just bring in the punchers and really punch away really fast. So yeah, this guy, really cool. But apparently while the anime was gone, he was getting, like, lots of protests about him and stuff, to the point he was always swamped with media. He was getting kind of annoyed with it. Something happened to where he just basically changed the ending of the anime. Like, he made an ending for it. It was not the official ending. But, basically, suddenly it took an incredibly sharp turn. Oh, why did I punch you? Oh, wait, it was because I was punching the other guy, not you. Okay. Well, I don't know what you're about to pull off, but... Switch out to Bazuli. Have him block, because we don't want to kill him before she can get... Bazuli's slow as hell. There ain't no way he's doing it. Counter zone, just in case. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, that's... I thought he was doing it. Oh, hey, we're both countering. Oh, don't hit me! Well, you just really, as a boss, you're made to not really do anything, aren't you?
Oh, he's not a boss. He's just a forced encounter.
Well, it was red, so I thought he was very strong.
Really?
Yeah, it was red.
Oh, it was yellow.
Nope.
Okay. So, yeah, you were saying?
So, basically, suddenly his comedy manga of high school suddenly took a drastic, sharp left turn, and basically, as I gesture to the right, that, basically it suddenly went from a gag manga to, like, war, bloody conflict, and crazy shit that he became known for later on. And basically...
I don't know. I mean, how basic can you get?
Basically, dude. Oh, where the hell am I?
Well, it's all a straight path, so,
Let's check my map. I'm gonna get lost in this straight hallway. You defeated the entire battalion of mobile suits! Like I said before, I'm not letting you stop me. Now it's my turn to take you on. Well, a promise is a promise, I guess, but very well, I'll fight you. I did make a promise, I'm no bitch. It's just me and you, right? Just me and her?
no.
Oh, that's not cool. Should have been me and Fritz and her. None shall stand before the Grim Reaper. I'll send you to the depths of hell. Oh, it's Deathscythe Hell Gundam.
Ah,
Super Deathscythe Hell Gundam Final Encounter Orexin Core Plus. Oh boy.
that's a surprise.
That was gonna be censored, huh?
Yeah, more or less. I thought they were just gonna call it Deathscythe H.
What do? I don't need to scan it, but...
Then again, did they call the Dark Gundam Devil Gundam in here?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, now I'm just kind of wondering, then why is Burning Gundam Burning Gundam? Why not call it God Gundam?
Yeah. Okay, so what are you pulling off first turn, big boy? Tech, huh? Okay, I'm going in.
I mean, aesthetically, I do kind of like the name Burning Gundam more than God Gundam, but that's because it seems like a natural evolution from the previous mobile suit.
Shining?
Yeah, Shining. You went from Shining to Burning, but just to go from Shining Gundam to God Gundam, it seems a little tacky. That's the best way I can describe it. Ah, yes, the great... What, you aren't going to system cracker?
I am. I just want to make sure someone's blocking, just in case this goes horribly wrong.
Oh, is she about to boost?
Yeah. Instant logic tells you to block, but I mean, I really want a system crack. Oh, hey! Oh, that's not so bad at all.
Well, actually, yeah, that's pretty bad because, she super lowered you.
I don't use Tremmy for those things.
Well, you should switch Tremmy out. Because...
Will those cure in the back?
No, I don't think so. But the thing is, her defenses are super weak. So whatever this person...
Is too. Her attack is too.
That doesn't matter. The point is, the boss is about to use a boost on you. It's probably going to be offensive in nature.
Fair enough.
So...
I don't have anything. I don't have my good moves, so I'll just block. I don't got any of my good moves. Got any good moves? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, baby. Yeah, okay. We'll just keep blocking. We'll just block this turn. It's a block turn. So, the guy also made Cutie Honey.
Wait. Is that it? Just he went from being this cutesy slice of life, what have ya, to all of a sudden
War manga. Sorry. Yeah, there was more
war
to it.
happened.
There was more to it. Sorry about that. Charge this turn. And you... Fritz, come out and charge. Basically, as my favorite word is apparently this episode, it ended off with the students and the teachers fighting for freedom of expression versus the PTA and the parents in a bloody war. Mimicking real life, basically. As the students and the people that wrote him letters, everyone else was writing him angry letters except the students. They wrote him good letters saying all our parents say that your stuff is too pervy and trashy, but our parents are reading all these trashy novels that are even trashier than your shit off to the side while saying we shouldn't read anything like that. It's like, so they're a bunch of hypocrites, basically. Let's see. Fuck it. I can fix some of it at least. Let's see. Fix the speed. Let's see. And you can go for your most powerful attack. And you can go for your most powerful attack. Okay. So, yeah, that was pretty much that. It basically was not the final ending of the anime. Yeah, it kept going after that, somehow. It was a gag manga. I'm sure they found a gag anime. I'm sure it found a way, you know.
So the anime continued after where the manga ended.
No, that was the anime that had that ending.
Okay, so the manga ended with this bloody war.
No, the anime had an ending for that. As the anime was running, is that the best you can do? Don't worry, I'm just getting warmed up, bitch. Still want to fight? Very well, but I was just trying to stop holding back. Yeah, you tell yourself that. You tell yourself that. That's what you want to tell yourself. Hey, that's really what you want to tell yourself. You can tell yourself that. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. You can tell yourself that.
Okay, so you're saying that at some point the anime got all brutal and went down that direction.
Yes.
But the manga didn't.
As far as I know, no. Let's see. Yeah, essentially that's what I've heard. Or read. He also made Cutie Honey, which is apparently one of the first magical girl series, like transformation magical girl sort of series.
That's not right.
Well, they said they didn't say magical girl specifically. I'm sorry, hold on. Let me look at the exact phrasing. Because, I'm paraphrasing, you know? I'm not perfect. Cutie Honey. Though he did make Mazinger. I know that's a thing he made. Or, wait, wasn't it the last guy, actually? Okay, I'm gonna just stop trying to cover my own ass.
Don't you have a boss to be fighting?
I do. I'll set that up. Okay, let's see. Voltic Lancer. I know you're about to do something, but, I mean... Let's face it, I'm gonna win. You can try all you want. Try all you want, but in the end, you'll still die. Yeah, he made the Mazinger, he made Devilman. Have you ever heard of Violence Jack?
No.
Okay. One of his most popular works outside of his fan base has been Cutie Honey, considered to be one of the first magical girl comics and a major influence on future series in the genre, in particular Sailor Moon.
Yeah, don't you just like how anyone can just write whatever they want in a wiki entry?
Yeah, I suppose. Beam scissors, that sounds fucking crazy. Do you really wield them like a giant pair of scissors? Can you be the Scissorman? How can this be? The power of revenge. So much power! Revenge power! Destroy the world! Calm down, Aeon. Still, you're too late. My death doesn't change anything. It changes that you're alive. Too late? What are you talking about? Gabriel has already completed his preparations. And so, the Great Fall begins! The Great Fall begins? That's what I said, bitch! Tell us, where is Gabriel?
Who is he?
Who is he? You'll have to find him yourselves. I left him in one piece. Since... Wait. Come on. No, I wanted to steal that mobile suit. Can I scavenge some parts off it, besides the beam scissors?
Yeah. Well, I think the beams...
Oh, so what do we do now? The Great Fall's starting. Don't give up. There's still time. I don't know. Oh no, we have to Hey, it says Gabriel above us! Come on, everyone, let's go! We have to stop the Great Fall. Here we go! I wanna fuck it up. We're gonna fuck it up, aren't we? Oh no, somehow now the Great Fall's happening even harder! How did we make it worse?
But
behind us, I guess I could go that, or there might be one ahead.
So, the beam scissors, as far as those things are concerned,
Yeah.
I think it's the upgraded, hacking tool too.
Yeah, sweet.
I think it's basically the beam scythe, except, well, at some point the Deathscythe Hell gets like a beam scythe to where it's actually two sides that kind of form one beam scythe. Like, yeah, just check it out. No, you don't even have to equip it. Like, check it out and you should be able to see it. Because for some reason, the beam part is counted with the weapon. Which, doesn't that not make sense when one thinks about it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, the way that that's supposed to go is that you would see like a clear empty spot like in between the scythe. That's because it would actually be two beams jutting out together.
Oh, so it's like two thin beams right next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
seems kind of pointless, but alright.
yeah, that's why they're called the beam scissors for whatever reason. Like, if at some point they actually started to use anti-beam technology, I can somewhat get its purpose. Like, the first part of the blade would be rather, like, disintegrated a bit, but then here would become, like, the fresh beam to pick up the slack.
Ah.
But as far as I know, it doesn't get that way in Gundam Wing.
Huh. I see.
Yeah. You know, as an aside, I kind of hate it when that happens.
What?
When, like, when someone just says that, oh, this work was obviously influenced by this other work, and there's nothing to show for it other than, like, maybe some visual similarities or whatever, and possibly the fact that one came before the other.
Well, I mean, didn't Cutie Honey start, like, it had, like, the magical girl transformations?
It wasn't the one that started that.
It wasn't?
No.
Was there something before that?
Yeah, there were older works that had magical girl transformations.
Really?
Yes.
Like what?
I can't name them offhand because, like, I would need to look at the dates that things were released.
Ah.
But I remember, like, I was looking into magical girls for some reason. I think it was Madoka related.
Probably.
Oh, okay, now I remember. I saw this one really badass picture that had Madoka, like, in the center, and, like Sailor Moon was off to the side, and it had, like, Precure was also in there. It was, like, a whole bunch of magical girls were lined up to more or less looking at the big bag doom apocalypse that Madoka had, like, hanging over.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen, of, like, a whole bunch of different magical girls from different genres that, like, I was pretty much able to recognize. Like, I think even Lyrical Nanoha was in there, to which I'm basically like, well, if she's there, you don't need any of these other magical girls, to be honest. Like,
okay.
Sakura's there and she can rewrite reality, but you don't need that if you have Nanoha in there.
Okay.
I think. It's an old picture, it's been a while since I've seen it. But one thing that stuck out to me about this picture was that there were some magical girls that I didn't recognize. But luckily I was on an image site, and so it kind of like had off to the side like the names of characters.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I know who these magical girls are, and I know what they can do. Who are these other, like, characters that stand among these gods of magical girls? And that's how I found out about older generations of magical girls and stuff like that, and how it's much older than I ever thought it to be.
Ah. To me, it sounded like you were just taking, like, offense to Cutie Honey even being considered a magical girl anime or something.
Why the hell would I do that?
Because maybe
I've never even seen Magical Honey.
Cutie Honey.
Cutie Honey.
Well, I don't know that.
Like, I know it's an anime or stuff like that. If it's like magical elements, then good for it. But why would I take offense to a factual thing?
I don't know. I thought maybe you knew Cutie Honey and thought, no, it's not a magical girl anime. What kind of stupid idiot would say that?
But like I said, I take offense whenever someone says, this thing obviously took influence from this, when it's like, what basis do you have to base that on other than your own personal experience? Well, I experienced this thing first, and this other thing is similar to that, so obviously the second thing took influence from this first thing.
Or they could have listed a source for an interview, I don't know.
Yeah, have you ever seen that?
Yes.
When?
Wikipedia has sources, dude.
Yeah. Did someone source it off?
Did someone?
Yeah.
I can check. You want me to check?
Well, yeah, okay, like, go ahead if you want.
Let me set up this turn. Let's just do the same thing I've been doing every turn. I mean, it's very possible they didn't. Nope.
Yeah. Show me the source that says that Sailor Moon was influenced by Cutie Honey.
Well, I also clicked into it to look about Cutie Honey to see if there's anything in there. I haven't read the full article yet, but I did. Apparently, it does say that Nagai himself. He didn't say that it influenced later things, but he did say it was the first female protagonist in a shonen manga.
Cutie Honey?
Yeah. Apparently it's a shonen? I didn't know that. Wait, where am I going? Should I be going this way up this ramp?
Sure. Why not? I don't think you can really, like, get lost like that. Bring up your map. Like, click L1. R1. L2. R2.
Yeah.
Okay, go down the ramp.
Nothing does anything. Nothing does anything. I know it's all pointless.
Well, it zooms in and out, but it doesn't go by floors. So bring up map. Okay, so like
I was noticing
move
that
the
there's
camera.
this. There's this door here, or I can go up this ramp. Which one was I supposed to do?
Okay, let's see. You got your stuff, and like you went through the gate, fought it. And like considering where your map is, I believe. Okay, what was the last enemies you fought?
Shit, I don't remember. Jarjas, I believe. Most, like, two of them were Jarjas, one was another thing, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna need to take that room downwards.
So the one on the left.
Yeah.
Wait, really? This seems to end on a crystal in the back. Huh. Okay, I'll just do what you say. Navigator.
Right. Yeah, take that way. I don't know. Something will probably happen.
There's a lot of guys up there, apparently. That probably means that's the main way.
Right. To where this side path probably be beneficial.
Possibly.
And
Ah!
yeah. Okay then.
Yes, this is a good place, a good room. Thanks, Atou. Good job. Oh, good. Do we need to stop here? Because if so, this is the perfect room to do it in.
Well, safe, since you have that opportunity. But, yeah, I just hate it when people, just make assumptions like that and state it like it's fact. Like, unless a creator comes out and, says themselves that, I was influenced by this, that seems unfair to the creator.
Yeah.
And, well, it is around that time, but there's something I want to get out since you brought up that, that one guy was being hated on in his manga because he was drawing panties and nudity. I was like, that kind of reminds me of something that pissed me off when, I heard about it when it came to Final Fantasy 15.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so 15 is coming to computers. or did come to computers or something like that.
Yeah, I saw something.
And there was like an internal conflict about whether they should actually do that or not, because like there was like, if it's going to be on computers, then it can be modded. And one of the things that was brought up, and I saw like that it was all cited and stuff as quotations, like they interviewed the people, and it was like they specifically cited their concern over nude mods. And I was like, really? Really? Nude mods? Like, because of something like that, you would choose to not bring something to the computer?
People are already drawing this shit since you threw a trailer out. There's already enough to be a mod.
And, like, then, like, no, it wasn't that pissed me off. The thing that pissed me off was, like, Nomura's the one who created 15, right? Well, whoever the head of that created 15 was, like, his big overall thing was, let's put it out there because he wants to give people the freedom, and we'll have to trust that they have the moral fortitude to not do anything immoral. And he left it at that, and that just pissed me the fuck off. That, are you really saying that nudity itself is immoral?
No, I'm pretty sure that's the... I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think that's what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he's...
Because that's basically what he said. I'll trust people to not do something immoral. And the entire conversation was about nude mods and how, like, they just didn't want those. It was like...
When people make nude mods, I'm pretty sure they do it for more perverted reasons than just to make them nude. I don't think they're saying nudity in of
Perverted reasons?
Yes, perverted reasons. I'm not saying that, you know, nudity in itself is, you know, immoral, but, you know, besides that, it depends on what, you know, one considers immoral. Maybe they consider nudity immoral.
Yeah, and that pisses me off. Since when is the human body considered immoral?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's not what they meant by that, but, you know, who can say?
Okay, give me an alternate interpretation.
Doing it for perverted reasons specifically would be immoral into them, perhaps. You know, like doing it basically to whap off to it. You know, oh, it's so hot, I want to whap off to it and make nude mods.
You mean like, bringing up a program to create a custom mesh for a character in a game?
Yeah, that's basically one of their beloved characters they took the time to make. Maybe they don't like that. Maybe they didn't ever want that to be a thing for their characters. You know, it's their character they made. They don't want, you know, they just express concern over that. They don't like it. Now, I think it's dumb in that they said that out loud. Because then you're just making sure it does happen.
It's not the only case, too. Like, did you know that the people who make DOA threatened to no longer bring a DOA game if they ever found a nude mod out there for, like, their games to the PCs ever again?
There's no way in hell that the main guy that made that said that. The guy with the sunglasses. It had to be someone else on the team.
He was... Oh, you don't know about that?
What?
That guy's been long gone when it comes to, like, the DOA series.
Oh.
He left, like, Kojima very long ago.
Oh.
And the series, like, from 4 onwards has continued on without him.
Oh, shit.
So,
was he involved in any of the DOA Extreme Beach Volleyballs?
He was involved up to 2.
Okay.
But, you know, it
3,
was like in DOA 3 and Extreme 2, but after that point, he was gone. And, like, it was just the DOA team in general. I just thought, that's a stance he clearly did not, like, stand firm on. Because, like, I don't see any cancellations for DOA, like, PC-related games, anything.
Yeah, right. I guess that money was too much.
Yeah, it's like... It just pisses me off about, like, this double standard. Not double standard, it's just that people will demonize the body, but they don't ever seem to want to demonize the act of hurting the body. I guess that's just what it just generally comes down to.
Bones heal, but shame will never be recovered. Innocence lost cannot be gained back, but bones can be regrown. Medical science can do a fucking number.
Alright. So I guess, like, I'll leave that there for now. Any closing words from you?
No. Other than, that's dumb. And goodbye, everybody.
Fine. We'll continue our journey through the moon base, and we'll probably won't be picking up this conversation, but, like, we'll see where our journey leads us in the next episode.
See ya. Shit, shit! Oh, shit! It's not that bad. I'm over dramatizing it. I just dropped the controller slightly. Very slowly and gently.